Anybody need a snack? Kratos? Snack?
I do not need a snack.
Let me guess. The sand giant. That was you?
Drawn were you by Genji's call, and whither did it lead you but those sweltering sands? Am I right? Let us share a drink beneath the stars.
I'll pass.
I offered to reward your fruitless labors, yet you refuse to accept. Thieves thirst only for spoils.
Excuse me?
You've absconded with nigh every Genji piece I own. Is there a name more befitting than thief? To wit, you've made off with 6. My helmet, breastplate, my gloves and greaves. However, one item eludes your avaricious grasp. Behold, knave, my Genji shield!
That another proto-relic?
You fool! 'Tis the Aegis of Genji! Once the full set is again in my possession, my memory shall at last return, and I will know not only whence I came, but whither I must go! And thus, in the name of Genji, I issue one final challenge! Face me, the true bladesman of legend, Gilgamesh! We shall duel on the isle I call home! Gilgamesh Island!
Oh, don't.
Whoa! 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 I eagerly await the day our blades cross. The day I reclaim what is mine.
It is done. A trivial matter for the High One.
Yes, I can see the lava was no problem for you. But... oh no!
Oh, the hammer, it is damaged.
Damaged?
Yes, look closely. This crack in the shaft.
You have passed the trial, High One.
Trial? What trial? Ah!
Until their return. To the rightful owner, the swordsman Gilgamesh! Yes, you rogues, 'tis I, the Genji's chosen keeper, and I demand you relinquish them forthwith! What? But... oh... my shining beacons of martial prowess! Blemished and begrimed and befouled! Oh. How could you be so utterly remiss in their care?
Wasn't us. We found him like that.
Unbelievable. Veritable pearls cast before swine. Fret not, my darlings. Daddy's here now. He's going to fix you up good as new. You'll see. It seems our battle will have to wait. In its place, the tempering shall be your charge.
thief!
Ha ha ha! Says the knave who stole them first!
What did you call me?
For that, and for the defilement of my beloved armor, you must atone!
Fine. We'll fix them. And when we're done, we'll keep them.
You forget yourself and our duel.
I think you mean your funeral.
Oh, how the ass doth bray and bluster! Very well, I shall take pity on you. Your task is to travel round in search of ritual shrines, and at each, reforge the Genji in the fires of battle. As the flames lap my beauties, they shall grow stronger and regain their brilliance. Now, go forth and fight. Hasten their magnificent rebirth! wandering far and wide, my sleep broken only by clamorous silence. Floating like a butterfly, as transient as the winds. My soul pale and wan, bereft of Genji's splendor, I begin to fade. Until my very essence melts away like morning mist. But hope springs anew, for the Genji is made whole, perfect and sublime. So for Gilgamesh, it's morning time! Restored of who I am, whence I came, and why I had been bounding twixt dimensions. But I dare not tarry here. My nemesis and I have a score to settle. Fare thee well.
Hey, what the hell are we? Chop liver?
Come to think of it, we have our own score to settle, don't we? Though these worlds be infinite, there is room in them for but one bladesman. And to prove it, I shall divest you of your weapon. Here and now, I will have that Buster Sword. Then I shall prize it from your cold dead hand. The sword of which legend tells, Excalibur! By this holy blade shall your lives be ended! This is not my Excalibur! This is but Excalibur! No matter, for I am the bladesman of legend! So come, and I shall make proof of the truth of my title! Formidable foe, this realm's bladesman of legend.
Bladesman of legend, huh? Thanks, but I don't deserve the title. Not yet.
Not until you have defeated your rival, I presume. Then your claim to my treasures is forfeit. You must best this rival of yours if you are to prove yourself worthy. And when you have, you will face me again.
It'll cost you.
Indeed. Well, more of your ilk await me in worlds beyond. It is time I saw to their undoing.
You, forget the way back?
One as well-traveled as I forget? Never! Countless are the realms which I have explored. Crossing the void is but a trifle. Perhaps here? The loathsome whelp.
Utilizing the data I've acquired, I can extrapolate points of convergence. By which I mean, rifts in space-time.
What thaumaturgy is this?
Temporal rift located. Look, there it is.
Aha! And now to leave it open! I am in your debt, well.
Just as I was indebted to you for the data you provided. Now we're even.
It's time I took my leave of you and your world. May we meet again upon the field of battle. Should the fates allow, I shall pray for it. Oh, valiant souls, I bid you good health, good fortune, and goodbye. Prepare yourselves, warriors of light.
Quite a character, isn't he?
That's one way of putting it.
Next order of business. I was able to obtain a vast amount of interdimensional data, which I have put to very good use. For example, summoning materia. Gilgamesh will surely prove to be both an effective and amusing ally. I've also created new transmuter chips based on proto-relic data. With them, you'll be able to craft functional replicas of each piece of the legendary Genji armor. And so, this marks the end of our quest for the proto-relics. Nevertheless, our journey is far from over. The world is still teeming with secrets. I trust you're as eager to continue as I am, Cloud.
You're quite a character yourself, Chadley.
I think I need new socks.
What has happened?
They're wet.
They will dry.
You know, I just knew you were gonna say that.
Then why did you ask?
I'm really not sure.
They will dry.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Uh-oh. On your left! Hey! Tell me where!
Look for a break to stop the train! Should be a lever of some sort!
Found it! The brake's stuck!
Keep trying, little brother!
Father!
Stop this train!
I think it's about to...
No!
Shit!
Get up!
Father! A troll?
竜様。
イリュージョンです。イリュージョンです。愛してます。
いつ見てもいいわ。
今回ってたぞ。
大丈夫なのか？
ひらめいた。典型が来た。
Chest.
Not so easy, huh?
Shut up!
連れてってくれよ。
やめてください。
どこのコスプレバーで働いてんだよ。
違います。塾の帰りなんですとば。
おっと待った。おお。
てめえ！こら！
やだ。
ひらめいた。